Hey, how's it going? I have a couple of really fun videos that I want to show you guys. Now, I really like watching people freak out in retail situations and restaurant situations, just where there's a worker versus the customer. I think that is hilarious. I found some that were particularly funny, in my opinion. They're very similar to the others, but these ones take place on a plane. We have entitled customers that are trying to ride a plane, dealing with flight attendants and people who work in the airport. I'm really excited to show you guys. That being said, if you enjoy the video, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe down below, only if you enjoy it though. Enough wasting your time, let's just jump into one. One more thing before I forget, there's 2 videos total. The second one I think is definitely the best. You're going to want to stick around for it.
At Luton Airport, the early afternoon flight to Nice has just boarded.
So I mean, pretty simple here to get started with. We just have a husband and wife that are trying to get on a plane to go to Nice.
A couple who missed it have turned to Jane for help.
But we've been stuck at the parking all this time.
About 8 minutes. This cannot get you on it.
So right away, I'll say, I mean, they're pretty upset. They've missed the flight. They're blaming it on the parking that they said they were stuck in the parking. Now listen, I get it. That can suck. But I'm a big believer in that, you know, maybe you should have showed up a little bit earlier then. Maybe you should have tried to get through parking a little bit faster. We don't know the full story, for sure. But that's kind of where I lie.
It doesn't make any difference. As I say, you're not listening to me. I've already tried to get somebody else on the flight 5 minutes before you.
What's the problem?
Because the captain won't change his whole load sheet and he won't delay his flight now.
I mean, that seems pretty fair. They were late. The captain has already figured everything out. And for those of you guys that aren't aware with planes, they have to measure out exactly what the weight is going to be. That's what she's talking about there with the load sheet. Now, I'm no aviation's expert. It's obviously pretty important that they do that though. And these 2 people getting on the plane is going to delay everybody else. And they were the ones that were late.
This big thing about checking in half an hour before the flight.
No, that's when you have to be at the very latest. It tells you half an hour.
Well, we could have been here had they run a more efficient service up there.
Funny how the goalpost keeps getting moved. Well, we had it until the first 30 minutes to be there, and the lady slaps it down and says, no, that's the latest that you should be here. And she says, well, we could have been here if it wasn't for the problem outside. Well, which one is it? Is it that you thought you had time and you were late? Or that there's a problem outside?
You're supposed to make it easy. It says easy.
It is easy if you get here on time before the check-in closes.
Oh, slam down! It is easy if you get here on time. That's the conditional statement.
Still get on the plane.
The only option I can offer is it will transfer you free of charge into the next one.
But the next one makes us late to the other end. It causes all sorts of problems.
I can't.
That sounds like a you problem. What is she supposed to do about it?
I cannot physically get you on it.
The plane is still sitting there. They're still taking people.
I cannot get you on it. I'm sorry.
You know,
all I can do is transfer you onto the next one.
In my opinion, I get it. It sucks that you're delayed. You shouldn't have been late. That's your fault. But she's giving them a pretty fair solution, I would say.
have you tried? You see, you haven't even tried.
We tried for 3 other people 5 minutes before you got here.
Come on, dude. Unless you're some sort of flight attendant or flight clerk here, then don't assume you know what trying even entails in their job.
It's completely full now.
No, it's not completely full. It's gone
So
with
you
whoever
could have
checked in
gone
on
in.
time and the doors are closed.
We've only got 4 days. We've missed a whole day because of your inconsideration.
No, not because of the clerk's inconsideration, because of your own inconsideration. Had you maybe been a little bit earlier, you know, like on time, then you'd have been fine. You would have had your whole day. But instead, you guys took a little bit longer to get there, and now you're out of luck. Whoops.
It's not my inconsideration. You arrived too late. It's nothing to do with my inconsideration.
But
I haven't been inconsiderate towards you at all. I cannot get you on that one.
These customers are being incredibly rude. Because of your inconsideration. No, lady. Because of your inconsideration. You were late. I wasn't late. Everyone who was on time got onto the flight. If they didn't get on the flight, then maybe it was my fault. But if you're the one that didn't show up on time, then you are the odd one out.
If you're here on time, sir,
But
it's
we
very
were
easy.
here on time.
Do you want to give each ring to the transfer the return flight? Leonie will transfer you outbound first, and then she'll give EasyJet a ring.
I love that eye roll. But you know what? She's handling this in the right way. She's not backing down from her guns. She says, hey, this is the policy. These are the rules. You're not going to get me to change it. We can't change it. And then she just lays on the law. She says, listen, this is the way it is. And she walks away. It's the right move.
could we see somebody about the car park situation.
Go around the corner to the airport information desk.
Yeah. Is that like the airline equivalent of let me speak to your manager or your supervisor? These people.
The plane is still on the tarmac at the moment. We've got hand luggage. They've delayed us by a whole. We've lost the whole day.
And the next flight is at 4:30.
Hey, it's not all a loss. Chalk it up to life experience. Next time, show up a little bit earlier, huh? There's one for you.
So here we are in plenty of time, and because of their inefficiency, we've missed our flight.
What if instead, now I know it's a crazy idea, but just follow me with this, okay? What if instead you would have woken up and left 30 minutes earlier? Whoa.
We only have 4 days holiday anyway. We've missed 25% of our holiday just because the blessed car park.
Can't get too close. Not very well today.
You're not. Tell me what's wrong.
I've got icky tummy. Keep being sick. But everyone keeps telling me that I'm pregnant, but I'm not.
What?
Who have come back since and apologised because I couldn't get them on it. I did tell them about 50 times, bless them. Because of the car parking, which is horrendous here at the moment, and it has got worse since we've moved terminals.
See, that's actually interesting to hear. It sounds like the car park is actually in a bad area. My feelings about this still feel true, though, and I know growing up, anytime that I was going with my family to the airport for anything, there was always kind of a rule of thumb, and that was show up very early, just in case anything went wrong, in case you couldn't get through security, in case there was any sort of inconvenience, because you don't want to miss a flight. So it was always about showing up extremely early, like at least a couple hours early, 2 or 3 hours. It was kind of a minimal, like, just to make sure that you got there, to make sure that you can get through everything. I want to know what you guys have to say about that one, though. Let me know down in the comments. Do you think that the way these customers reacted was fair? Do you like the way that the flight attendant dealt with it? And what do you think as well? Whose fault do you think this was? More the airports? More the customers? It's okay if you think it's the airports. I, of course, am leaning more towards it was the customer's fault. I really want to know what you guys have to say about it, though. But leave that comment down below. While you're down there, if you enjoy the video so far, hit the like, subscribe button. Let's not waste a ton of time with that, though. I've got one more video here for you that I really want to show you guys. I'm excited about it. It's funny. I thought it was funny. Let's just take a look.
Governor, can I sit somewhere else? I'll go back to my dinner. I'm not sitting here crying.
He's not going to cry the whole time.
So what we've got here is a lady getting really upset, pulling up all her stuff, trying to move to a different seat, and she's saying, she said, I work for the governor. Oh, I'm not going to deal with this crying baby over here. And the lady who has the baby says, he's not going to be crying the whole time. Of course, just so you guys know the background of what's going on here, this lady's just freaking out because there's a baby on the plane, all right? Which isn't fun, but she's freaking out over it. And she did the little name drop too. She says, I work for the governor.
We can put you on the next flight. What? We can put you on the next flight. No, I can't. I have to. Then you will sit right here and listen.
I know it's a little bit hard to hear because of the the roar of the engine and everything like that. So what's going on here? The flight attendant says, "Okay, well we can put you on the next flight if you don't want to deal with that." And the lady says, "No, you can't. I need to be on this flight."
What's your name? Right here. What's your name? Tabitha.
So the lady sits down. She just says, "Okay, fine, whatever. I'll sit on this flight." And she looks at the flight attendant and she says, "What's your name?" The flight attendant says, "My name." The flight attendant says, "My name is Tabitha. This is my badge number. Blah blah blah." Wait till you see this.
Thank you, Tabitha. You may not have a job tomorrow.
That comment right there, I understand that you're throwing a fit. I mean, already the lady's super entitled. She's upset, name dropping that she works for the governor. Okay, big shot, cool. But then she goes and makes that little line. The air flight attendant says, "Listen, I can put you on another flight, but I'm not going to move your seat. Dude, we're booked." And then she hits it with that line. "Thanks, Tabitha. You might not have a job tomorrow." Are you kidding me? How vindictive are you? How much of a terrible person are you?
I want this lady.
And Tabitha strikes back. In case you didn't hear her, she said, "I want this lady off the plane." Simple as that.
No, I can't. I can't, Tabitha. I have to. I apologize. Please, no. I apologize.
Tabitha, I can't get off the plane. I know I just told you that you probably won't have a job tomorrow, but you can't kick me off the plane. Lady, I want to feel bad for you, but I really don't at all.
All right, I apologize. I have to be in this fight. Thank you, Tabitha. She was screaming at the baby. I'm not screaming. I'll be quiet now, please. Okay, I'm sorry. I was really stressed out.
She's acting like a little kid. Listen, she was yelling about the baby, okay, right there. And I love that the lady over there kind of narcs on her. She gets in there, she was screaming about the baby too, just adding on to the fire, trying to get her kicked off the plane. It's one of those instant karma moments.
Please talk them.
Long story short, she actually does end up getting to stay on the flight from what I could do a little bit of research on, but it turns out, now this is a little bit older so you guys might have heard about this, the lady actually got suspended, pulled off of where she was on the governor's board. So it's just funny because she threatened to get rid of Tabitha's job, but she actually ended up getting rid of her own job. So that's them there, guys. I saw these and I was like, wow, what a group of entitled people, and I wanted to share that with you. And I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free. I know I've asked for the third time here, but I love talking to you guys. I love when we have feedback, and the only way to grow this feedback is to grow the channel. And to do that, I like the likes and I like the subscribes. And I really appreciate it when you guys make that effort right there. It makes me happy to know that, you know, we can kind of talk right there and that you guys are willing to watch and enjoy the videos. I love it. I love you guys out there as well. I hope you guys have a great night. Enjoy it.